Hello, everybody. Yeah, today we're going to talk about branding. Looks like I'm going to have a puppy join me. Hey, Luna, you want to say hi? Hi, Luna. This is my new puppy. Okay, so hello, everyone. As I have been meeting with more and more educators who are wanting to start their own online education business, I have found that many people begin our meetings by sharing how they feel overwhelmed and just down, maybe not knowing where to start. So, one of the first steps to address is your branding. Your brand identity is the foundation of your business. Why do parents choose you to teach their child? What sets you apart as an educator or as a unique educator? Or the same thing with any business, right? What sets you apart from your competitors? So OutSchool is a platform that has really stepped up the support they provide their teachers in creating their businesses. This makes sense, as when they provide educators with the knowledge to become savvy business owners, OutSchool wins too. I wanted to share some insights that were nicely laid out in a blog post from OutSchool. So many of us chose to go into education because we really love to teach. Some of us may also own other businesses, but for many educators, we don't have much of a business background. So pivoting into building your education business can seem like you are navigating into unknown territory without a map and no cell phone service. So according to OutSchool, and I would agree with their suggestion, the initial step for a teacher who wants to move into the creation of an independent business is dun, 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 to hone in on what does your target audience or avatar look like. I know I've seen this many times for many of you, like coaches in business and things. So same thing with us teachers online. So creating an avatar is a way of writing out the description of what your students' characteristics consist of. So how old are the students you want to teach? Are they native English speakers, or are you wanting to focus on ESL? How about students with special needs? What are the pain points of your students or parents, as in what do they want to learn from you? If they are children, what do their parents want them to learn? Don't forget that children will be a part of the decision-making process as well in regards to what classes they register for. And more importantly, if they remain in the class after the first session. So another thing, what time zone are you in, or what country are your students from? And then the next step is to determine what your mission is. For most educators, this was established early on in our career and may have been the reason why we sought a degree in education in the first place. My career in education began overseas when I volunteered at a school. Yes, I was just volunteering. I would volunteer like every day in my son's classroom. And then one day they were like, hey, how about you become an aide? And my daughter was starting kindergarten, so it worked out perfect for me. But they would let me go in there with my daughter and volunteer like every day. So I was very fortunate in that. The school then offered me the position to be a teacher's aide, and my employment was dependent upon my husband's job. So when his job changed, the school informed me I could no longer work as a teacher's aide. All right, some of you know we were overseas, and so it was dependent on his job. And the job there was ending, so I was devastated. I didn't realize how much I loved working with my young students and seeing those light bulb moments. Oh, I love that. And then when I was told that I couldn't work there any longer, I was just so sad. And the school suggested that I finish my degree and then I can work as a teacher. So I couldn't be an aide, but I could become a teacher. So that's what I did. So after you determine your mission, then you can turn your focus onto what kinds of classes that you would like to offer. So OutSchool doesn't suggest this specifically, but I would encourage you to do some market research. Is your idea for the types of lessons one that seems to be in demand by students? This is when the concepts of supply and demand come into play. If you see there are a ton of storytime classes, it doesn't mean that your storytime classes won't be successful. You can always put your own little fairy dust on there in your classroom, which will make you unique. So for example, I did storytime classes, and one thing I've done is either A, team teach with another teacher. I team taught with my friend Sherry, who is actually a speech pathologist. So we worked really well together. Or another thing I did was story time and show and tell, story time and drawing. We would draw some characters. I'm a terrible drawer, there's my Boston. But the kids loved it and they would keep coming back to class. So it wasn't just a story time. Although I will say, make sure you have your copyright or permissions to read the story soon. All right, so what's next? So we just talked about determining our mission. Don't be tempted to skip ahead without those initial building blocks. Once you determine the foundation of your brand, then you can begin working on the face of your brand. So I think it's funny because when I thought of branding before, it was all about like colors. Everybody's, branding their colors, or a logo, which I think we've come up with a pretty cool logo. But I didn't realize that there was so much into branding than just your logo and the colors, which kind of is the fun part for me. But you need to find out the needs of your avatar and who your avatar is. So, all right, think of your business as if you are building a house. You have to get the framework of the house first before you can decorate it. So if you'd like to learn more about how to navigate on your journey to developing your own education business, join me every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern in my Facebook group. It's called Teachers Mastermind Your Online Business. And we're calling those sessions Teacher Minds, right? Because we're all collectively coming together and talking about things that we need to work through, things we can do better. Or you can contact me through my Calendly link. I've been setting up 15-minute calls and talking to teachers about how to get started in their online business. It's just been a lot of fun, a little bit of work, a lot of bit of work, but I just love helping teachers. This is my passion. My mission is serving teachers, and I just think it's important for teachers to feel valued and supported, and to have some control over their business and some freedom to teach what they want. So, all right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Quick little 9-10-ish minute live. Thank you so much for coming, whether you're here live or hashtag team replay if you're on team replay, like I usually am for most everybody in this group and on YouTube. But I'll see you all next time, every Tuesday at this time, or join me in the group on Thursdays. I look forward to seeing you all. Goodbye.